Hi, my beautiful friends. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for all the likes, shares, and subscriptions. You guys are amazing. So, I just wanted to give you a quick update as we enter Leo season. You will definitely be getting both general, right, career spiritual readings as well as love readings this month, I promise. Okay. Last month was the only month I was going to take off from that. Also, soul medicine, which I introduced last month, is now live on my site and you can book it right through there so you don't even have to email me. That service includes the soul spread, as well as 5 channeled custom affirmations, as well as a candle designed to send all energy that is not yours back to its original place. I believe I also added to my site that you can just purchase 5 channeled affirmations like a la carte, like if you just wanted affirmations. I'm pretty sure I put that in there. If I didn't, email me. That's on my list of things to add to the site. Also, as a sidebar, so as you probably noticed, all my comments are approval only. That's so that I can read them all and screen people that are like, not being kind. With that being said, you guys are free people and obviously you're allowed to cross-watch all you want. However, do you really think it's kind for you to be leaving slanderous comments on someone that you're cross-watching? So when people of that actual sign go to watch the video for themselves, have to look at your comments, honestly, it's been Capricorn, calling Capricorn this kind of bitches and hoes and whatever. Don't do that because I'm never going to approve your comment. So you're just wasting your time, okay? And it's not because there aren't people that are, irritating or whatever. It's just that the video that is for the people of their sign, that's their safe space. That's their space to go and look at things. So please save your slanderous comments. Share the link to your homegirl or your dude that knows the drama and drop the comment there. I just don't need the shade. Also, some people have been asking why I don't show my face, or they want to see my face, or my nails are too focused in the videos, and I have news for you. I'm always going to paint my nails. I've always gotten my nails done for years and years, and it's something I love to do. So if you really find it that distracting, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to do anything to appease you. Also, I do not show my face because the readings are about the cards. Even my private clients know I do not show my face in their readings. My face is for these kind of discussions. And as the year goes on, probably closer to January, I will be doing more videos where I show my face, but I will not be using cards in those videos. When I channel information through cards, I don't like to have my eyes on camera. That's just my preference, and that's how it's going to be. Let's see. Anything else? I love you guys. Oh, anyone that has been a private client. I mean, I could email you directly, but I'm just going to put it here. Anyone that's been a private client, please, if you so wish, send me a testimonial on, a review of your reading. I know a lot of you do send me feedback, but I don't think it's appropriate for me to use your private email as a testimonial without your permission. So if you were a private client of mine and you would like to send me a testimonial for me to put on my website, please do. Okay, I would love to hear from you, and other people would as well, about your experiences with me. Intuitive counseling via Skype will be coming back soon. I have to move in September, October, so I just need time to settle myself before I get that back rolling, but that will be back rolling. The medicine box I talked about in another video will get jumped up probably before Christmas. And there will be a reading package where you get a soul reading and intuitive counseling as well. So there's a lot of new services coming, and I'm really excited to be here with you guys. If you're interested in being in contact with me more often than the twice monthly videos, Twitter is the best place to see like what information I'm channeling and just more of my personality and who I am. Twitter's the best place for that. Instagram would be next, and then Facebook would probably be like last on that list. I have Facebook strictly because I know a lot of people are on it, not necessarily because I use it. All right, let's get into Leo season. Bye. All right, Aries. So listen, I started shuffling twice, and cards fell out, and both times the camera was off. And when I tried to fix it the second time, like, it was still off. So, Mercury retrograde is coming. So part of it is me. It just stepped into shadow yesterday. But because of that, and it's in Virgo, which is in conjunct to you guys, I was just thinking about that prior to the reading, not the Mercury retrograde, the fact that we're in conjunct signs. But anyways, so be mindful and just be willing to check everything twice. And it's funny because we have the Two of Wands here. Just as a note, the cards that had fallen out prior when the camera was off was the King of Pentacles with the Queen of Wands, as well as the Ten of Cups with the Hierophant. So this is a spiritual and career reading more than anything, but I think for some of you, you are either combining the element of the King of Pentacles with your energy of the Queen of Wands, or for some of you, it is a physical union between you and another person. It wouldn't be some new love union or something like that. This is someone that you already know or is in your life. It definitely can be related to marriage, as the Ten of Cups fell out with the Hierophant, or someone that's going to bring you great joy and be very much a mentor to your spiritual practice, or your overall just life, right, in general, and the spirituality that flows through our everyday life. Or it could even be like you get a new job or you take on a new financial endeavor that's going to bring you great stability and success, and it is related to, or you stepped into it because it is your ultimate happiness. It brings you deep fulfillment, and you have decided to leave behind everything that doesn't serve you and everything that doesn't fulfill you. It's like really stepping into a time where you're feeling good about who you are. And you understand that through these commitments to happiness, to your marriage, to your family, to what really brings you great joy, only expands your vision. Because that's what we have here. And then the bottom of the deck was the Page of Pentacles, but the deck like split itself, and it split it to the Wheel of Fortune. So there are 2 eclipses this month in Leo, but for more than anything for you, Aries, I'm really feeling that, again, I don't think you're taking any steps quite yet. I think this all will happen after August. But you're finally expanding your horizons in what you'll do to make money, the ways that you parent your children, what opportunities you have in front of you, again, spiritually or to make money. I think this is more like, if it's spiritual, it's intertwined with your career. That's how I'm feeling. There's a brand new cycle available to you, and I feel as though the eclipses will turn the wheel for you, because the Sphinx sits on top of this Wheel of Fortune, and that just always reminds me of Leo. It's a very, even though the Chariot is attached to Cancer and they have Sphinxes, this feels very Leo to me. And I mean, Leo is on the bottom, actually, of this. The wheel is turning, and it's like, that's what you need. Plus, we're a full quarter past your season now, right? Cancer technically, was the last quarter of the beginning of the zodiac. We've just moved into the the second section. So I feel like it's like a overall large shift for you all as a collective, especially those of you that have Sun in Aries, because, that's when you had your solar return. So you've gathered all of the lessons, and you've kind of harvested your own energy. You understand now that all these exciting ideas you have can be put to greater use, and you will have the opportunity to do so in the future. Now is really just a time of planning and crafting, especially again with Mercury in retrograde, especially for those that are geared towards writing, or communicating, right? Just like what I'm doing here with you. It's always a little tougher. But, the world is your oyster. And as you hold that vision in your head, just know that truly anything that you picture, you can achieve. Okay? We have the Lovers. So through these changes and dedication to a larger vision that really speaks to your soul, you are presented with options. And again, if this was a romantic relationship, like where I was talking about before, this would definitely be someone that you're in a union with, not someone that like has been, on and off and, distant, not like that. I'm talking about people that, have been with this person. There have not been an issue aside from maybe like work schedules were hectic. And this feels more family-based to me, someone that was in a marriage or living together, or something like that. But either way, with the Lovers here, these opportunities that you're getting, or rather crafting in your mind, that are designed to change your destiny, will also require you to really know yourself and understand how to check your divine masculine energy with your divine feminine energy. You know, with you being ruled by Mars, obviously you can be very, male oriented, if you will. Obviously that's a very general statement. So it's important to remember to always receive and not always need to act immediately. There's a lot of power in reflection. There's a lot of power in weighing out your options. This is the 6. So now there's 2 people here, and then it's kind of like an ordainment with this angel. So it's important to remember that there's always a higher option. And when I say higher, I mean more elevated, more etherical, more aligned with your divine God part. So this vision that you have is going to lead you down a path in which you can choose which version of yourself you want to be. This feels a little bit to me too like a timeline jump. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, when you study metaphysics or quantum physics, you come to the understanding that multiple timelines or paradigms or existences, worlds are happening at the same time. And we have the ability, through consciously using our brain, consciously using our energy and concentrating ourselves, to make powerful decisions to decide what kind of life we live. And we can literally eradicate things from our existence by choosing a different timeline. So it's just like the concept of when you go to heal something that happened in your childhood, you can heal it from right here, right now. So that if we have access to the past from right here, right now, then obviously we have access to the future. So there's a need to remember here that you create your reality. So the sky is the limit, or not, but you are not limited, and, you have as many choices as you want. But the choice ultimately comes down to you knowing what's best for you. And no one else but you will know that. And you don't need to rush. Nothing that is yours will ever escape you. Okay? But the choice you're going to make the choice you're going to make will bring you down a road that will teach you resiliency and a new kind of strength. And the reason that you were able to achieve this and even have this option is because you have spent time, whether physically alone or just mentally, emotionally alone, really reflecting and getting to know who you are. And like I said to another sign too, I think it was Sagittarius, what motivates you. It's important to know what motivates you. And, with the sun and all this energy being in Leo right now, the strength, that's your fellow fire sign. It's important to remember that the most powerful action is the one that is not only inspired, but divinely inspired and inspired by love. Leo rules the heart, and it's important to remember where your heart is. And when you know where your heart is, you can channel that fire. Okay, you can channel that fire and send it exactly where it needs to go. Hey, Aries. So, to be honest, like, these cards we have here are so similar. I mean, a couple of them repeated. So similar to what I already told you when I was just ranting in the beginning. How boss is this shirt, by the way? If any of you like it, I'll tag you, or I'll leave a comment and I'll show you the small business that made this shirt. I bought it off Instagram. They're based out of LA. Like, I just feel like it's my hand. It's so awesome. Anyways, so your overall energy this month, Aries, is the Eight of Wands. So, you know, it is summer in the summer, in the northern hemisphere. So, and there's a ton of blue here, and the Sun card is here as well. So I am feeling that some of you may be spending a lot of time around water or taking a vacation, just enjoying yourself. This doesn't feel, even though we were talking about career in the beginning, remember I was talking about you having the vision, Two of Wands, not you necessarily taking the action. I don't know, this just feels like it's happening inside of you more than it is happening out in the world. I said that for another sign this month too. But overall, I think you're getting a lot of contact with other people. And again, I was talking in the beginning, you're the only sign I mentioned Mercury retrograde for. So I think you're going to be having a lot of conversations, maybe revisiting things that have gone on so far since your birthday. I know I was talking about that before as well. But all in all, this is a month of you maturing to the point where you're understanding how your energy in yourself, you know, works. And again, you're not letting yourself get carried away, no matter how, like whether it be with anger or creativity or ideas or just pure passion or sexual energy, whatever it is, like you're finally understanding that all of that drive, that Martian energy you have, is best used when you're also grounded. And it's funny because you have the Queen of Pentacles in your foundation this month. There's a lot of wands here, but there's also water and there's also pentacles. So there's a feeling here of you finally like coming into your own for whatever it is that you've been working on and whatever it is that you've been going through. What you're being asked to leave behind this month is the Eight of Wands with the Star. And the rune here is fertility. So again, that Knight of Wands energy is really quick and, you know, easily gets burnt out, right? Especially when you're fertile with ideas that you've been dreaming on for a really long time. So I think that you're learning that like not all seeds need to be planted right away, and that to an extent, slow and steady wins the race. Now, I would never tell a Virgo or definitely not a Taurus that, you know, but an Aries can use that advice. And I was reflecting before you're reading, thinking to myself, you know, what I do really admire about Aries people is that they do not ever feel the need to justify themselves or their actions. And that I want you to know that's very admirable, even though you guys like, you know, really just do whatever, whatever you want, which, you know, if someone's out of alignment, that could be at other people's detriment. But it's also admirable because as a uber Virgo, like I always, you know, consider so many people's feelings and so many other options prior to making a decision, even with all the work that I've done. And even when I know logically it doesn't matter, you know, doesn't matter, but it pulls on my heartstrings emotionally. Anyways, so I think you're finally realizing that in order to actualize your dreams, in order to really make something happen that's going to bring you, again, like I was saying in the beginning, deep joy and, you know, a lot of purpose, that you can't like spread your seed everywhere. You know, you can't have your energy so scattered. And I think, again, this is what we were talking about. You're learning to channel it this month. Whether you're writing it down or sharing it with others, or, again, like doing work. I was saying in the beginning, like, you know, be patient with it. But if this is communicating with others that you want to start a project, I really think this is insight as well. I think you're just overall ready to move on. And again, for some of you, I think you're traveling. But regardless, you are riper with energy than ever and inspiration. And you're having a lot of opportunities come to you. But you can't do all of them at once. So it's important that you kind of put eye on the prize, right? The star would be the prize. Whatever makes you feel fulfilled and you feel safe being vulnerable doing. And I don't mean safe in a comfortable way. I mean safe in a, you know, being vulnerable in the sense that like you don't feel like your boundaries are being impressed on, and You show up authentically without a lot of effort, that kind of safe, okay? That's where you need to channel your energy on. And I think that you are seeing that because, again, the door we have open for you that was once closed is the Two of Wands, which I really went into this in the beginning. And the rune here is wealth. I'm sorry, not wealth, wisdom. So through all of this introspection that we were talking about in the beginning, through you seeing the wider picture and you finally believing that you really can have it all, that opens the gate to great wisdom of self. And in the beginning, we had the Hermit as well with the Strength card. Great strength and endurance comes from self-knowledge. And I think that you have gained that, again, like I said, since your birthday, for sure. For some reason, it just feels like this all started at your solar return for me. Your energy this month, in your head, the Seven of Wands. In your heart, the Six of Pentacles. And in your foundation, the Queen of Pentacles with the rune Strength. So with Queen of Pentacles being in your foundation, and again, we had the King of Pentacles in the beginning, I think that overall, number one, you're ready to be grounded. Like, I think you finally understand that value in being grounded. Not that you've lived your whole entire life, ungrounded, but there's been things that have gone on that have taken away from your feeling of stability. And you've either gotten those back or realized that that's not what you need to be stable, and you've created a new level of stability. But again, with the Strength rune here, there's this reassurance that, like, you are on your own 2 feet and you're planted firmly. Not in a stuck way, but just in a way that you feel very confident this month. I think that you are ready for anything that comes your way, but not in an aggressive way and like a I have done my due diligence type of way. And with the Queen of Pentacles in your foundation too, I think that for those of you that are mothers or have children, no matter what the age of them, I think that you are feeling strong as a parent, and especially to commit to, depending on how old your kids are, like committing to having a happy relationship with them. For the rest of you, I think that you finally have put a focus on financial foundation, and or you finally have created or gotten your savings or whatever, or the new job that makes you feel financially secure. I don't see a new job coming here, but this energy feels like really secure to me. Really secure. And it was doubled in the reading, I mean, basically, because you had the Queen of Wands underneath the deck when the other King of Pentacles came up. So I don't think money's an issue. And if you are considering leaving a job, or you're unhappy at a job and you've contemplated it, like, this is saying that, like, you are financially sound. You have planted yourself or put yourself in a position that you can make whatever moves you want to make this month. Okay? With the Six of Pentacles in your heart, I think you're being a lot more mindful on not only how you spend your money, that's probably how you got here, you got into a strong financial position, but I also see this as like you readjusting your worth to people. That's probably not the proper way to phrase it, but whether this be in the work field and you getting more respect, or by following your heart, you're in being strong of heart, you're finally able to ask for a raise, or you're readjusting what you give other people, because it's almost like it's a little check in how you've been spending your energy and therefore sending your money, and like it's a reevaluation. Like, your heart is coming back into balance, I feel, because your foundation is solid. It's really just like, your heart wasn't quite in it all the way, or you weren't really sure like where it was, your love and energy was best invested, right? Because you were getting kind of like all over the place, a little scattered. Like like I said before, your eye wasn't on the prize. Now the eye's on the prize. Now that you've nourished yourself again. And that's what this is about too, about nourishment. Because the Six of Pentacles often talks about power struggles. And when it comes to your heart space, if you're struggling to decide who deserves your time and attention, that's obviously going to take away from you. And with the Seven of Wands in your headspace, I think that First and foremost, you know that you need to defend yourself and defend your position. And again, defend your boundaries. But there's also no need to be defensive. Remember that. I mean, I don't see you really getting defensive here. Like I said, overall, this energy is very good. I think you're going to do a lot of communicating because you have a shit ton of blue here. Excuse my language. And water. Water seems like a theme to me. And I think that you will get a lot of inspiration from water this month. But it's kind of like all of these seeds that you started to plant here with the Knight of Wands that you're now moving away from, right? All these crazy like little fires you created. It's almost like now they're on your mind in the Six of Wands, or the Seven of Wands, excuse me. The 6 wands are coming up at you. You've chosen your 1 wand, and now you have to use that to bat it off. Oh, it's funny, the 6 of Pentacles underneath that, as if it was the wands. So, just because you have a lot of ideas on your mind and things that you would like to be involved in, and maybe people are coming at you, right? Asking you questions, are you going to do this with me? Are you going to do that with me? You know, can you have that? You know, this could be even like coworkers asking you for additional help, like, and your boss needs help, and then, you know, maybe you're doing work for someone that's out of the office, but you're not getting additional compensation for it, and then you have friend obligations, and it's summer, so you want to go do this thing. That type of energy, with the 6 of Pentacles in your heart space, it's like, again, you're readjusting, Mercury retrograde, readjusting how you spend your emotional energy, because having a lot of people coming at you and asking you a lot of questions can be very exhausting. And I think you're starting to see now that you first and foremost need to be energized and focused in tune, and then it doesn't even matter what comes after that. Just that needs to come first. Spirit's advice for you this month together fell out the Knight of Cups with the Sun. In the rune Commitment was on the Knight of Cups, and the rune Luck was in the Sun. So, for those of you looking for work, like this is saying, like, again, through, you know, expanding your wisdom and seeing how much farther you could take your life, you will be given the opportunity to make new commitments that will bring you a lot of joy. Okay? Also, again, I think that you will have the opportunity to go on vacation or get some time, you know, have some fun out in the sun. I think you need to take that. Because our inner child needs playtime. And, you know, you guys to me are the children of the zodiac. I mean, really the first 4 signs, which would be you, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer, are all children of the zodiac to me. But Aries is like, just like this baby on the horse in the sun. I know this is a Leo card, but it's just like, you guys need to play. You need to remember who you are. This feels like a reconnection type of energy too, whether it be to a physical person or to a lost aspect of yourself. Reconnecting with what makes you happy, reconnecting with success, and just a feeling of abundance. And remembering that every choice that you have made has brought you to this place, and that you're in pursuit of a much bigger joy. And I feel as though it's just around the corner. Truly. I truly feel like it's just around the corner. You know, because this is advice, so it might not be here yet. But it's interesting, because in the outcome we have the King of Cups with the Empress. And the rune here is Luck. So, for those of you, you know, Destiny. That rune was Luck. Destiny. So, for those of you that maybe are looking to conceive, I think that is possible for you. You know, in general, that's like on your mind, like you and your partner, your King of Cups partner, which again doesn't have to be a water sign, but it can be someone that's just very emotionally secure and is very much a rock for you. Also, again, I was talking about reconnection in the beginning with the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. For some of you, I think this is also a reconnection in the future. And again, this would be more of like a marriage or live-in situation if you guys have been apart for any reason, maybe because of business travel or, you know, other things. It's like it's soon. You know, it's coming soon. Even if it doesn't look like it is right now, like it's coming soon. Also, Aries, I think, again, as you've gotten financially secure, that level of security has allowed you to really get a grip on your emotions and not let them run you. And not that, again, you are totally, you know, impulsive, but there's a strong emotional maturity here. And you finally reaching out for your destiny as the Empress, as the person that has the ability to create anything that they desire. Because, you know, for one to go from the Queen of Wands to the Empress, you need to have a strong grip on your emotional world, right? Because to be able to create anything that comes to your mind takes a lot of discipline, or rather, anything that you want, anything that's in your heart, takes a lot of discipline. So the King of Cups is very much you being able to understand yourself and others in a mature fashion without any type of, you know, like lashback. It's not even the word I want to use, but it's like learning to listen. You know, you've integrated that part of yourself. You've achieved a new level of self-knowing. I think that this is like, again, like the reaping of the first quarter of your solar return. This really feels very powerful to me. You coming for your destiny because you have achieved this level of understanding. You've achieved this level of self-knowledge. Whatever you're wishing to create very much can and will come to fruition. I think it will just continue to be important, again, to follow your intuition, be in tune with who you are, and take inspired action. So again, that's not just impulsively or reactionary, you know, in a reactionary manner, like when something presents itself, you just then respond. This is like having the foresight and knowing and maturity, you know, to know that we first hold it in our heart and put that intention out in the universe, and then we look for the signs, and then we don't second guess the signs when they come. We use that reactionary energy for the signs when they appear, and we rely on our faith. You know, we rely on our faith. And as you make a commitment to happiness, you can actually start to have more money flow in, more opportunity flow in, that is in alignment with who we really are. All right, Aries, let me get you a affirmation for the month. It's too many. 3 is too many. I take them when it's 2, but Aries affirmation for the month of August. Okay. Lovely. I am grateful for my healthy body. I love my life. I give a portion of my time to helping others. It is good for my own health. So yeah, I said a lot about reconnection this month. So whether that be with friends or loved ones or a partner, there's very much this understanding of giving of yourself, but in a way that is conscious and equal for every party. And then in return, very nourishing. Well, Aries, I really hope this was helpful for you and resonated. I will be back shortly with your August love readings. Love you so much. Peace.